Hey guys, welcome to the Go Setups GT3 Racing Series Week 9 of Season 21 at Oulton Park. In this video, I'll have two races for you. So we'll be talking a little bit about how to race Oulton Park. It's a very narrow track with grass all the way to the edges, so it's very punishing for mistakes. So we get a really good result in race 1 and not so good one in race 2. So you'll just have to wait and see how we do. We are running a different livery this week, so I'll show that on screen now. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy. Starting race 1, we did get a lap. Unfortunately, we were impeded by two drivers that wrecked, so we were still able to finish it 5 seconds behind the lead guy, but we're starting this race in 10th position and door card 9, so we're just going to try and be as clean as possible. If qualifying is any indication of how tough it is on drivers to drive this track, we're going to need to be real careful here. So we're going to hold our line on the outside, make sure that we're braking plenty early and just holding this outside line. And there's already a car spun. Okay, so we avoided that, but then he got spun into us, unfortunately. So I'm sure we'll replay that from a different view and take a look at that, but a little bit of light damage up to 6. Let's see what we can do here. Not sure how bad the front damage is, so hopefully not too bad. Hopefully it doesn't impact our lap times too bad. Let's make it through here okay. We're gonna try and just be as clean as we can in this race. I've probably said it 100 times now as we have a car going off. This is an extremely narrow track, and if people want to race this, I'm anticipating quite a few cars in the grass, in the walls, and all over the place. So we're just going to try and be as smart as we can. Just keep this thing together for lap 1. Oh, we send that in a little deep. All right, lap 1 complete. We are in 7th. Not too bad. And looks like that Ferrari's still off on the side. Ooh, there's one. Pick up another position. All right, so the good news. We may be a little bit faster than some of these cars ahead of us. So potentially on for a decent finish if these guys start getting into each other, but we'll see what we can do here. Yep, saw that coming. Yep, saw that coming. All right. Well, we're up to 4th. Let's keep this thing clean. Make sure we don't get hit on the way back. There we go. All right, so we've got what looks like a Porsche behind us. I'm trying not to drive in my mirrors. Yep, that's Porsche, who may be a bit faster than us. So we're going to play this one by ear. And if he gives us, if he sends it in, we may just let him go. But I want to try and get some clean laps here. Because somehow we're into third. Turn. There we go. Okay, we've got some fast drivers behind us. So hopefully they don't do anything dumb. I really don't want to get taken out. I'm just keen to finish this race wherever I can finish it. Oh, massive move up the inside. Okay, so we know that green Ferrari is definitely a bit feisty. Oh, that was bad. All right, please don't hit me. Okay, yeah, it's all yours. You can have it. I've watched you take out 2 other cars. All right, let's get this back together. Wasn't too bad. Yeah, I see McLaren. Okay. If you want it, you can have it.
Clear on the right.
Holy.
Clear on the right.
Jeez. Okay. Alright. Well, we're back down to 6, but that's our... Ooh, that's alright. Let's tag on to these guys and put some good laps in. We're quite a ways away from that, so that has to be something from one of the guys further back in the pack. Accidentally downshifted to first on that, didn't mean to. So we pick up another position from somebody losing it. Oh, what was that? Okay. All right, we're just gonna... All right, this is E-racing. Or iRacing, rather. Here we go. Now, before I had watched this back, I thought maybe the car that he took out, the McLaren, may have ran him wide or something like that, but clearly he just went wide on the turn, ran himself off the road. Definitely lagging a bit, and that's his connection skipping all over the place, but a move like this is just unexcusable. There's no place for this in sim racing, and it's honestly a bit disheartening. So you can see he just blew through the chicane, barely misses the blue car, and completely takes out the McLaren. So yeah, a bit disheartening here, but luckily he pulled off the track right after this. That was awful. I hope whoever that was gets reported for that. Please don't hit me, I'm giving you space. Alright, here we go. I cannot believe that we avoided that. That was some horrible sportsmanship right there. I haven't been iRacing for that long, and I've never seen that. At least not in an LFM. Not in an LFM race. It's something that you see in the online lobbies that you can just load into for practice.
Slow car ahead.
Alright, we had this black McLaren crash in front of us. I believe he was running in second, crashed out in the bank turn. So we're in fourth. Don't know if he has any damage, but we're gonna see if maybe we can give him a challenge for a podium position. Not with the driving I did in those last couple corners, but we're gonna try. Let's see.
Watch out in front. There's a slow car ahead.
Or maybe we'll get it from somebody else. Seems like everybody's all over the place. But this battle's been brought right back into us. Just gonna try and apply some pressure. I honestly don't know if this guy's got any damage or if he's gonna be braking earlier or later. And I'm honestly not too sure where I could even make a pass unless he makes a mistake,
Clear on the right.
which he did. So there we go. We're on for a podium if we can keep it together. This would be our first podium. So go a little wide there. Alright, we got 2.5 minutes. We just need to keep it together. Try and pull a gap out here and just keep it as clean as possible. Whew, my heart rate's going. I've never gotten a podium in LFM before. Just not gonna do anything new. We're just gonna keep it clean, keep it driving the same way that's got us to this point. We don't need any fancy laps or any fancy lines, any crazy laps.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Oh, I braked way too much there. Alright. You either have 1 or 2 laps left. I'm uncertain. It depends. Okay, the front end is still gripping like way more than I was expecting. I'd had to... Oh, okay. Yeah. Keep it together. Keep it together. Soft hands. I don't know if you could tell how nervous I am, but I'm pulled out a gap behind, so I don't need to worry behind as long as I can be clean and don't make mistakes and bring them back into play. Third place. That's pretty cool.
Leaders on final lap.
Alright, so we've got 1 more lap then. Oh, I love racing. This is what it's all about. I mean, I got a G29 Logitech wheel and pedals from a friend. They're sitting in my attic for like 4 years, and just thought it would be really cool to pull them out, give some racing a try. And I've always been into racing. I watch Formula One. I watch GT3 racing. I was at the Daytona 24 this year. Um, Always really into racing, and thought, you know what? Let me give this a try. Even though I know, I have subpar equipment. I don't have a direct drive or anything like that, but thought, you know what? Let's see what we can do just with the equipment we've got. Learn some basics before I decide to invest heavily and buy some really good
There's a slow
equipment.
car on the
And
left.
ooh,
Leader has
okay,
finished the race.
all right. We're just gonna keep this clean. That scared me. All right, yeah, let's bring this home. But for our first time ever, LFM Oulton Park. Wasn't excited to do this race, but I am now because for the first time we have crossed the line on the podium
P3, we're on the
for
podium.
P3.
Excellent job, mate. Well
That's pretty
managed all the
cool.
way through.
That's pretty cool. Really happy about that, even though we got the slight hit from that Ferrari at the beginning. That was pretty cool. So, all right, P3. That's crazy. Well, yeah, we've got we'll throw the safety rating right here, and then we'll throw the ELO also right there. So that's pretty cool. But we'll go on to race two, uh, if there is one, but there should be. All right, race two. ACC just couldn't let us be happy. We have our first night race on one of the most difficult tracks on the calendar, in my opinion. Um, Door card 7 still split two. We did qualify in fourth, so pretty decent qualifying, but there was only like 6 cars that even got a lap. So um, again, the game plan is just keep it clean uh, and do the best that we can,
Green line, green line. Go, go,
and
go.
try not to get taken out in this first turn.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, we got a tap. Okay, that's fine. So tires are cold. It is very cold. It is very dark. Both of these drivers or all of these drivers ahead of us are faster than us as far as ELO is concerned in safety ratings. So we're just going to try and tag on to them and let them pull us away from the group behind. Because trying to race this track in the dark is not my idea of fun, but okay, yeah. This guy is all over the place. And unfortunately, we got backed in to the group behind us because of it. Oh, lost the rear end. How many
Car on the left.
positions are we
Clear
going
on
to
the
lose?
left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Okay. Tires are definitely cold. We just lost a lot of positions there. On a track that's
Car on
hard
the
to fit.
left.
Okay.
Clear on the left.
We're going to throw it down the inside. All right. There was never a gap there. But after watching this back, I have to amend my statement a little bit. I did leave just a little bit of a gap there, but to throw it up the inside there, knowing full well that I'll be coming back was a bit ambitious, I'd have to say. Oh, I was looking at the car off the right to make sure he didn't come back and hit me.
Got some light damage on the front.
How far we have fallen from the last race. I tried to join respectfully and stay as far out as I could, but it looked like somebody must have ran wide. And we got collected. Now, watching this one back, it seems like it may have just been a bit of bad timing here. So, as you can see, there's a car on the inside of the track and me on the outside, and the car taking the racing line unfortunately got collected while both of us were trying to rejoin at the same time. So, that's a bummer. Because I wasn't trying to hit anybody, I was trying to just get back on the track as respectfully as I could, but this is kind of what I was expecting with the night race, so let's just put our head down and drive for a little while. Try and get some practice with these night races.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Alright. Okay.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
No, I made a mistake. Got behind me capitalized, but unfortunately, well, fortunately for us, but unfortunately for him, he immediately hit a sausage curb and spun it. We've got a yellow flag in section 3, which is what we're coming up to. We've been able to make up a couple positions just from cars spinning or being in the pit lane. Somebody took out my brake mark.
Not over yet.
Please don't hit me. Somebody took out my my brake marker. So I just flew through there. Oh, this is a really, really rough race. We've still got 10 minutes left, so it's a rough half a race. We can look at it that way. We're in 12th position, 11th position. With a little bit of damage. And 9 minutes to make up this gap and make some moves. So let's see what we can do. Oh, wow, that was bad. I just need to focus. This is incredibly difficult to drive. Someone's gonna drive through. Alright. So we have a huge gap behind and a huge gap ahead, so we are in Narnia right now. And in prime position to just drive our race and put some laps together. I'd have to do something pretty spectacular in order to catch the guy in front of me. So, yeah, somebody like clean took out my brake marker and I keep forgetting about that. So, it's looking like we're gonna pick up positions as people crash or get pulled into the pits. Rather unfortunate. Oh, I need to be better. I need to be better. I'm going to continue to be in these lower splits if I can't figure that out. Need to be able to drive without...
There's a car leaving the pit lane, watch out.
Need to be able to drive without solely relying on brake markers. So, this guy's got some cold tires. Let's see what we can do. Maybe just give us somebody to chase rather than being off in Narnia. Probably. Maybe that'll help us. Alright, we gotta remember our brake marker is gone here. Alright, we braked a little early, but better than spinning. These guys look to be in a little bit of a scrap. That was not good. Alright. Let's see. I know we can be faster than both of these guys, but I'm gonna hit the brakes on this left turn here because, yeah, I'm not sure if one of them is gonna brake, and I didn't want that to happen. If you remember from, what track was it? Silverstone. I actually did that to my friend Rich, where I typically just lift and he hits the brakes. Alright. Okay, we're just gonna back out of that because he's not fully giving us enough room and he's all over the place. So, yeah, if you remember, that exact same situation happened in Silverstone with my friend Rich, where he had hit the brakes on the sweeping right turn, and I just lift in that section, and I accidentally ran into the back of him. Oh my goodness, this guy is all over the place. Holy. Okay. Hopefully he'll just let us by, because I don't know how comfortable I am trying to pass him on this track, especially the way that he's driving. And we won't have to worry about it because it just threw it off.
A faster car is approaching.
God, this has just been a horrible race. All right, we got a guy coming. All right, we're back on. This has just been a horrible race. That red Mustang, we've gotten in behind him twice, and both times we spun.
There's a slow car ahead.
Because we're so worried about him that I'm not running my line. You're kidding me. Okay.
Clear on the right.
All right. We're past him. Finally. There we go.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Also, not sure if you guys noticed, but I did change the livery a little bit this week. Speaking of red cars, I didn't think it was right to have a silver Ferrari with red accents, so I changed it up a little bit, and it's now red with white stripes. It's pretty basic, but I thought racing a red Ferrari would be pretty cool, and it looks like we may just have to keep it since we were able to get our first podium. in the last race. So we finish off in
Alright,
10th
Corsa.
place.
Good job. Really
Um,
impressed you could take it easy in the 8th lap.
it was a rough race. It was a rough race for sure, but 10th place, um, can't ask for more than that on our first time racing in the dark. So we've got our safety rating right here. Probably not very good. We're off track a lot. And then our elo right there, which also probably not very good. But if you guys like what you saw, I appreciate you for stopping by. If you have any tips, please feel free to comment them below. And if you liked what you saw, like the video, comment, subscribe would be awesome. So until next time, thanks for stopping by.